Hello everyone and welcome to episode 67. Guess what? I have a lot of great new mods to show you again. Seriously, if it continues that way, we will have no trouble waiting for the next Elder Scrolls. And now, raise the curtains and let's get this show started. So I thought this time we shall start with something really big right away. A custom voice follower, but not any custom voice follower, the Noldorian Prince by Silver Age, who can be found in the old Shrouded Inn. That's right, a male custom voice follower. I used to say those are super rare, but actually I reviewed quite a bunch already, so let's say they are just rare.
Nanne Hirgelar, Ivab Gelabrenia Hortha Ivorn, Tridaor Hithi Fuina Hared de Werian and Nanan. I am the Prince of Noldor. To some, master craftsman. To others, renowned architect. To all, the peerless artisan. To you, curious historian.
This here is none other than Celebrimbor from Shadow of Mordor. Great game, and I really love this character. Have not played the sequel yet because fuck my life, but I have to say the author of this mod did a really awesome job voicing this guy. Sounds very close to the original. And it also looks like he really likes talking.
A warning, it is not brief. Nanne Hirgelar, Ivab Gelabrenia Hortha Ivorn.
And so on and so on. This follower has over 250 dialogue lines, and a fair amount of it is in this original language. Really impressive if you think about it. He has the usual location commentary, random chatter, and also an extra option to ask him about his thoughts.
The freedom of our gallivanting is enjoyable. It has purpose, and the scenery changes much more often than elven fortresses.
I decided to free him from his boring robes, by the way, and gave him an armor from Immersive Armors to reflect more on his badassness.
The light will always prevail. Those who resist will be burned by it.
Cheesy one-liners? Check. I like this guy already. This follower is definitely some high-quality bromance material, that's for sure. In combat he is a badass too, of course. His class is Spell Sword, and he uses frost-based spells together with a one-handed weapon. So he certainly is a cool guy. Sorry. Next we have a helpful little utility mod for screen archers. Smile to Camera by Bein. Bein means leg in German, So, this mod lets you adjust the direction your character is facing. It's like player head tracking, but to the camera. Yes, this looks like we got ourselves a selfie mod here. Wow, who would have thought we would get something like this for Skyrim? But hey, if GTA can do it, so can Skyrim. Easy! But that's not all this mod has to offer. What do we need for a perfect selfie? A duck face, obviously, can't go without that. You can choose different expressions and the strengths of them in an MCM menu, but there are only numbers and no explanations. So I'm not even sure if there is a duck face at all. So yeah, as you can see, there is some room for improvement. There definitely needs to be an update so we can make selfies the proper way. Well, selfies alone sure won't win us any battles, we also need some flashy weapons to show off. So, let's visit the forge. Rose Sword by Ryder. A unique looking sword with a very unusual shape. Looks like something you would find in a Final Fantasy game, maybe. It also has a really high base attack value. Let's say it's some kind of overpowered weapon from the future. Shiny and chrome, with a fitting scabbard. The next one is a ranged weapon, Arctic Sharpshooter Bow, another weapon by Cat Jill. This shape looks very familiar. Yeah, and it suspiciously looks like it's the texture from the Stalrim Quiver slapped on it. Damn, I didn't notice it right away. Usually I don't feature plain retextures, so let's all pretend we didn't see this one. Next we have more swords. French Cavalry sword by CGAS12. Oh, it's French, you say? Does that mean I have to say something in French again? Okay. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? What? Ah, you meant say something about the sword. Okay, sure. C'est une très longue arme. Il y a une clipping avec le sol. I don't know how to say clipping, but you get the idea. It's a long-ass sword. And one more armor we got. Blade of the Unredeemed by HQD. A classic straight sword with a dark and corrupt look. Looks like it has some kind of evil aura around it, and wait a minute, that blood drop with wings looked very familiar. Yes, this is the crest of the Blood Angels from the Warhammer 40k universe. I knew it looked familiar. So anyway, two swords, one-handed and two-handed, nice textures, nice scabbards, nice everything. Cool mod. Alright, next we're going to check out the latest fashion trends, of which we have quite a lot this time. Frankly HD Nightingale Armour and Weapons by Frank Family aka Borgs25. As I said, I usually don't feature retextures, I meant retextures of modded stuff of course, but good looking retextures for vanilla stuff are always cool. At first, when I saw the screens on the mod page, I thought that extremely worn look is a bit much and would look way too old and damaged. But looking at this stuff in-game, it's actually quite boss. Probably also a question of UNB. This mod here, however, is more than just a plain retexture. During the installation you can remove the cloak, for example, or make the gloves fingerless. Besides, let's not forget about the weapons. It also adds a scabbard to the Nightingale blade, also very boss looking. So yes, after getting this mod, if someone asks who is the boss, you raise your hand, okay? The next one is Frankly HD Shrouded Armour by the same people. The retexturing fun continues, same procedure as with the Nightingale, except that this time it's really just a retexture. A very good and high resolution retexture. The resolution can be also selected during the installation for those mods, by the way. You can choose between 2K and 4K textures. Well, guess what people, the next mod is also a retexture of sort. HQD Citizens Clothes 2K redraw 16 sets by Yuta Kata. The cool thing about this retexture mod is, it's not just upscales or recolored textures, but actually a redesign of the vanilla look in some ways. Some outfits will look quite different compared to their vanilla counterparts, although the color schemes have been greatly improved and make clothes stick out more and look more unique. But it is all very lore friendly and doesn't look out of place. On some outfits the changes are less noticeable, it's like a patch here, a nice print there. For example, the blacksmith apron will have an anvil print on it, the lower class clothes will look torn and fixed in places, the barkeeps and cooks will have stains on some parts, and so on. This makes the outfits look way more individualized. Although the changes are definitely a great improvement and will breathe new life into your game. Okay, now I'm overdoing it. But yes, it's a great mod, and since I didn't have any clothes mods, I'm totally keeping this one. Okay, but the next one is a bit less lore-friendly. Akali Armour and Hairdo for UUNP and CBBE. Another outfit by Red P. And you all know what that means. There is also a haircut included. Yes, correct. Let's not forget about this. But I was actually talking about those optional extra parts. First of all, we get a lowered mask. That's cool, sure. But then there is also this variation. I guess it's meant for a somewhat different kind of Mortal Kombat. And there is one more, Ryder's Dragonfly robes by Mac Grauger. Another classic fantasy looking outfit. This signature of this outfit is definitely the Dragonfly. There are Dragonfly's motifs really everywhere. For this mod we also get some alternate parts, a sleeveless variation of the jacket and also a hood with hair. There is supposed to be a script which changes the hair color to that of your characters, but looks like it didn't work for me. I got no textures instead. Also cool. Okay, I have one final question for you. Do you like it big? Size is something the next mod is very proud of. Shadow of Morrowind Overhaul by Mobius Belmont. This is an add-on for the original Shadow of Morrowind, which is a really old mod. It was first released in 2013 and never even half finished because of its enormous size. The base mod and this add-on are each over 1 gig big, so downloading and installing on this can be long and hard, depending on your connection. More than 2 gig download size only, and Todd knows how much once it fully expands on your hard drive. But does size really matter? I mean, does quantity equal quality? The new overhaul includes nav meshing, some monsters, weathers, ground textures, landscape additions and LODs. What you won't find here are quests or NPCs. The way it is now is meant for explorers and screen archers, and even for that, with the overhaul, it's far from complete. I mean, I do realize my so-called showcase of it is kinda shitty. First of all, I didn't get the new LODs to work properly. That's because the installation is hard and takes a shitload of time. Figuring out what to install first and what to override, running additional programs like tag scan, dildo load, and probably also butt sex load. And in the end, there will still be purple stuff. Thank you very much for the comment section, saves me some time. So just imagine there is a bit less purple stuff, and that's pretty much what you can get. And of course, the places I show here are not all as cherry-picked as the screenshots on the mod page, but you know, I was teleporting from landmark to landmark, so what we see here is more or less the main attraction. It's an honest review. Some locations look really good, some absolutely empty. And it's not a surprise considering just how gigantic this mod is. But in total, I personally was a bit disappointed. And this is it for this episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endorse the mods you like. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. I thank you all for watching and see you around.